Hey Leo, thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a general love reading for your placements in Sun, Moon, and Rising. That being said, if you are a cross watcher, welcome. Everyone is welcome here, don't worry about it. And also, in case this doesn't resonate with you as much as you were hoping for, there's also other videos that I'm posting that are for other signs. You might have other placements in your chart for that resonate a little bit more with that in your situation. But without further ado, let's get into the cards. Hope you're doing okay with this whole coronavirus thing. I know it's been pretty crazy, but I really like how it's been affecting the environment and the ozone. I like polar bears a lot. It's been pretty cool to see how there's a chance that polar bears might actually get a fighting chance again. But see what's going on with you, Leo. Ooh. So, Leo, your bottom line is the Ace of Cups. There's a new beginning of some kind with love, or you are opening up to love. So, the center of your reading is the Four of Pentacles and the Lovers, and on one side you have the Seven of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Someone definitely wants some type of reconciliation, but we'll get into that later on. Person B has the Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, and the Justice card, and person B has the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. It's an interesting energy. So, like I was saying earlier, you have some type of new beginning with love. I feel like you're opening up, you're healing. And things are starting new for you when it comes to romance or just being happy with yourself emotionally. The One of Cups a lot of times in readings for me isn't necessarily a romantic love, but it is moving on from feeling jaded and feeling hurt from a situation that was very emotional for you. So in the center of your reading, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Lovers. I feel like there's some type of holding on to a really strong connection. The Lovers to me is a lot of times choice, or a strong connection. The choice traditionally is between the family that you were brought up in and the family that you're going to create. And so, you know, even then, it's like, you know, a soul connection, no matter how you cut it. It's just which one are you choosing? You're holding on to something here with that. I feel like you're trying for balance, and by the way, these energies could be for you, cross-watcher, take it how it resonates. But I feel like someone, is definitely trying to balance things out, with the Six of Pentacles, and I feel like there's a diplomatic approach to this. You know, trying to talk things out, trying to understand, trying to be very civil. and collected with this balance. And I feel like it's because whatever they're going for, whoever the other person is very attractive to them, and they do want some type of reconciliation. But let's clarify. So, I feel like someone's cleaning up their act with all of this, and they're like, now they're getting ready to approach and be like, hey, I know this was messed up, but let's talk about this. I feel like that's what's going on here. What's up with this Ace of Cups? I hope in some way this resonates for my mom. No offense, guys. My mom's a Leo through and through, and I love her to death. She's one of my best friends, so who knows? Maybe she might be watching. I know she's been pretty stoked about this channel. So you have the King of Discs, the Magician, the Queen of Rods again. So, here's your clarifying cards right here for the Ace of Cups. So, I feel like whoever is opening up to love again, they're figuring out, they're stepping into this grounded energy of knowing exactly what they want and how to get it. The King of Discs is a very good businessman. He's very clear, he's very grounded, he's very collected. And he knows what he wants. He's not a very crazy energy. He's a very to the point kind of energy. Not in a verbal sense like the King of Swords, but mentally. There's nothing that can budge him. And I feel like this is you. And now that you're kind of figuring out what you want, you're manifesting this. You know, you've got everything you need to go for it. And there's definitely a lot of drive and motivation now that you know what you want. But let's clarify. The Four of Pentacles and the Lovers. What are you holding on to? Two of Rods, Two of Swords, the Four of Swords. So whatever's happened in the past, there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of self-reflection, and there's a lot of meditation. There's not a lot of movement with this. And I feel like you're coming out of this energy, you've been doing this, and now you've kind of reached this point where you don't really know what to do. You know, it's been so long, I feel like things have been stagnant for a bit too long, and you're a little defensive about moving away from this because you've gotten comfortable with this whole just not touching it vibe. But you do want to present something. You have a choice coming up and you're decently defensive about it. You don't know what to do. So, let's clarify this Six of Pentacles and Seven of Wands. the One of Discs, the the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Discs. Sorry about that. Well, there's a bit of stubborn energy here. So I feel like someone here is determined to be very stubborn and not let things get to them. I feel like they're trying not to react to, I would assume, low blows. You know, going back into that diplomatic approach to this whole thing, working things out, because the whole point of balancing things out is to offer something physical, something tangible. You know, and I feel like they're really, really, really trying not to let things get to them. Because they are building up a lot right now. Not like building up emotionally, but like around them. They're working on a lot of things. And things are paying off. And now they want to come forward and be like, look, I have all of this. You know, I'm doing okay. But I still feel bad about this. Can we work this out? That's what I'm really getting off of that. So, let's clarify this Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You have the Eight of Discs, the Two of Discs, the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is someone from the past, definitely, who I feel like is still looking back on things. There's a deep soul connection. And I feel like they're the ones who want to reconcile with you. But I feel like they're really confused about this connection in general. You know, it could be why they feel the way they feel, why they couldn't just walk away so easily. But they have been working on things. There have been a lot of things that have been progressing in their life, and I feel like at this point, because they've been focusing on work kind of thing and everything that's going on around them, this connection probably came up in their mind at some point. They're like, man, I know it wasn't right. I gotta go back and talk to him. Yeah. This could be you, this could be them. Who knows? But let's go to, could be dealing with another fire sign, an earth sign. Maybe a Sagittarius. Give me a heads up in the comments. I do like hearing about how this resonates with you guys. I really do. I've been so excited about the comments. But so person A has the Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, and the Justice card. I feel like this is the person coming out of this, are coming into this whole, like, past energy here, coming, you know, wanting to make things right, still finding that you are very attractive. But things have really balanced out for them. You know, things are going well. You've been pretty patient with this, but if you've been waiting at all, it has taken a long time, but things have really balanced out for them, and now they know that they have to balance whatever happened in the past out. I feel like this is a karmic thing, and you know they need to make it right, kind of thing, now that things have kind of settled down. So let's clarify. Temperance card, the Knight of Swords, and the Justice card. The Wheel, the One of Swords, yeah. So things are really turning around for them because of this balancing out. Things are coming up. Things are coming around for them. And, you know, Temperance is clarified by the Wheel. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the One of Swords. So, yeah, they definitely feel like they need to charge in and say something. You know, because the Justice card is clarified by the Page of Discs, and so I feel like they've really looked or thought about the situation. They're like, why did I do this? That wasn't cool. I should probably make that right. So, person B is the Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. I feel like person B is still healing from this. Definitely walked away. They're really conflicted about this still. But I feel like they're just done, and they've been trying to move on, and they've been trying to work on themselves. I feel like this is the person that is owed an apology. So, let's clarify this Five of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. I don't feel like they've really moved on from this. I feel like they're just kind of licking their wounds and doing their own thing. If that, you know, if you're curious about them moving on, I don't feel like they're with anyone else. You have the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Devil. Yeah, this person is definitely healing from a lot of unhealthy things. You know, obsessions, addictions, unhealthy reactions of some kind, maybe. Yeah, I really don't. This is kind of like a low vibe thing. So they have the Devil's clarifying the Four of Swords. They're definitely healing from something. It could be it's probably something toxic, a darker part of their psyche, having to do with addiction or obsession or some type of mindset in that area or in that realm. And I feel like they did have options to do something, but are just kind of walking away from it. You know, don't really, yeah, they don't really know how to handle this. They know there's a couple of different routes to go, but they're just like, you know what, screw it, I'm done. Because you also have the Queen of Swords clarifying the Five of Wands, and so Queen of Swords, I'm catching that she's just cutting it out. You know, she doesn't want to deal with the argument anymore. She doesn't want to deal with the conflict. Take it how it resonates. Feel like this person's just, they're really hurt and they feel like they're done. They don't want to deal with this anymore. So let's see what your most likely outcome is, Leo. Ooh. Yeah, that being said, ooh. Yeah. If this is you, by the way, before we get into the most likely future, you're stepping out of it, and that's what this reading is probably all about. Just a heads up. But, so your most likely near future is the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Hierophant. I feel like it's going to take some time to really heal from these wounds. If person B is you, that's what I'm getting. And so I feel like you're just kind of like bummed about the entire situation, and you've been a little resistant to, like, I almost want to say intuition, but it's not necessarily intuition. It's like a higher vibe, like a more spiritual sense, something a bit more peaceful. The Hierophant, to me, whenever you get into that spirituality aspect, to me it's always given me peace on things that are really difficult to accept. And it's just a level of accepting it for what it is. And I feel like that's what's going on with the Hierophant right here. And I feel like you're a little resistant to it, but it'll come. It's gonna come. I mean, the whole bottom line of this reading was you opening up your heart. It's not easy, especially with what I'm seeing is going on here. But it always works out. So, let's see what advice the universe has for you, Leo. Seven of Discs, the Hanged Man, Six of Swords. I feel like this is kind of just letting you know not to worry about having to make a move of any kind. You know, I feel like you feel stuck. Don't worry about that. this is a time for reflection for you, with the Seven of Discs paired with the Hanged Man. This is helping you gain a new perspective, which is concluding your journey. The worst is already over. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked my videos, please like, subscribe, and or share. You know, I really like it. I really like seeing the feedback. So if you want to say anything, also put something in the comments section. I always get giddy about them as well. But above all, please stay safe out there. It's been pretty crazy all over the news and everything like that. I'm not 100% sure how much is actually true, but really, stay safe out there. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a good one.